Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Nice to not really see you all, but I'm just uploading a video here to say hello and go over some things that we can all expect as we are moving forward. So, first of all, I hope that you guys are all well. I hope that your families are well, everybody's healthy. I hope you've been washing your hands and practicing social distancing and all those good things. But I also hope that you are excited about getting back to school and learning a little bit more history. At least I hope you're as excited about it as I am. You know how I get about this stuff, so I've been waiting to get back. So what we want to go over today is just some of the expectations that we can all have here this week to start, but then moving forward for however long we're going to be doing it this way. So a couple things. Let me start by going over just some of the basic expectations, like what you can expect as we move forward. First of all, the expectations are going to be a little bit different. I don't want to do anything that's going to be overwhelming or anything that's going to be, I want this to be low stress, not high stress, all right? There's enough stuff that's overwhelming us and stressing us out all together with what's going on in the country, so we don't want school to be that an additional stressor. So really what I'm expecting to do as we navigate through this little adventure here is to, one, continue to have an opportunity for us to engage a little bit. I expect that we can have a little fun with this. You know how I am. I'd like to make this as fun as possible. It'd be a lot more fun if we were all together in the class right now, but we do want to try to keep it fun and ultimately just learn a little bit more history as we're trying to get through this, and that's what we're going to try to do. So, the schoolwork itself, what can you expect? It's going to be a little bit different. There's going to be a little bit more reading materials, whether that is from the book or from things that I'm posting on Schoology, and either answering questions or doing assignments or work that way. It's just the nature of this format, so we will be doing a little bit more of that. The book, by the way, it'll be on Schoology. I'm going to post a link to a PDF of our social studies book. And then with that link, I'll also have it as a page on Schoology with some instructions on what to do when you go to that link. That will make better sense whenever you open that up and look at it. You'll be able to access our book. Hopefully a lot of you, and many of you have responded, you do have your book at home. Just use your textbook. It's easier to navigate through it that way. It's nice to have it in your hand. But those of you who left your book at school, you'll be able to get on this link that I'm going to post on Schoology. You'll be able to read the book there. Okay, a couple other things. Grading. Grading is going to be, for the most part, it's going to be the same expectations in the same way that you've gotten used to how I grade things. A few assignments I may do a little bit differently, just sort of, hey, did you do what I expected you to do? And then I'll give you the grade. If not, I'll either give you a 0, or if you didn't do it, you'll get a 0, obviously. But for the most part, the assignments that I'm going to be posting, when you submit them, you can expect them to be graded the way you've been used to it. There will probably be a little bit less graded things being turned in. At this point, it's all about learning social studies and that intrinsic value that we can get out of this, rather than submitting every single thing on Schoology and getting a point value. We've talked about that enough times that you know how I feel about that. So expect the grading to be the same, but also expect that I'm going to try to push you to get something out of the exercises and the activities that we do without them being graded. All right, grading. All right, so how are we going to do all this? The primary tool that we will use is Schoology. You know that you use that in varying degrees with your different teachers and your different classes. Well, it's going to be a little bit more now. And so even with Mr. Weibel's class, we're going to be using that as our primary tool for me to communicate to you, for you to communicate to me, for me to post things, for you to submit things. So make sure that you're checking it every day and make sure you have your notifications on. I'm sure you've already been told that multiple times as we're kind of getting ready to do schooling this way. So make sure you're looking at Schoology and having notifications on. All right, so in terms of communicating with me, if you have questions or concerns, or if there's something I need to help you with or whatever, you know that I'm here for you all the time, anytime. Even as we've seen over the last 2 weeks that we haven't been together, you guys have been contacting me, and hopefully I've been getting back to you as quickly as possible. When we start school, every day that we're in session now, as long as we're doing this distance education, every day that we're in session, I will have what we're going to call office hours. And for your class, I will be available from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every morning. In that hour, that just means that I will be on my computer. I will be looking for questions or things or emails from you, and I will be able to respond to them as quickly as possible, hopefully immediately. Now, that does not mean that that I don't want you to email me or contact me outside of those hours. You can email me a question or a concern or anything you need anytime, and I'll be looking at my computer, but based on my schedule with the rest of my day doing different things, I may not be able to respond to it immediately, but I will always get back to you. My office hours, though, when you will get a pretty quick response, will be every day from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to wrap it up and leave you with your first assignment, basically. But before I do that, just let me say, repeat this, and that is that whatever this adventure is going forward, just jump on board. Let's make it happen. Let's make the most of it. This is not to be stressful or overwhelming or anything other than let's get back in action. Let's engage a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's learn some history. That's what we're trying to do. So don't be overwhelmed or stressed out by this. Well, with that, your first assignment is not very overwhelming or very stressful. All I want you to be working on today, Monday, is completing the few things, if you haven't done them already, that you need to complete so I can get them in the grade book for third quarter. That's the social studies song. If you didn't turn that in, you need to get it to me. And 2, that is the book work from the Friday flexible instruction day that we had before this all happened. Some of you still haven't turned that in. You need to get that turned into me as soon as possible. Then we'll start tomorrow. We'll post your first assignment for moving forward. All right, that's it. I'm signing off. I will see you all in Schoology. Bye. Take care. Stay healthy. Wash your hands.